Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Mr. Super Knowledge, the gaming channel. Um, so sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. The way my channel is going right now is I'm not high on the in the YouTube algorithm, so I'm not getting recommended to many people. So I'm not getting many views, but hopefully that's going to change soon. Basically, it's not that the content is not as good. On the contrary, I think it's some of the best SC2 content out there. It's just that, yeah, I'm just not in the up in the algorithm yet. So help me with likes and subscribes. So the goal today is to show you guys some 3v3 exciting games. So I'm going to start right now. So right now I'm at Diamond 2 level. My highest I ever achieved is with the Master. Now you see I'm in a game with one Master player called Unit 1. Then we have a Platinum lower, and then we have me, I'm a Diamond. So the reason why I'm showing you this game is because, excuse me, I have a dry throat today. This is because it was very exciting. Let me go to a view that's a little bit better. I think this one is too far out. Let's go with this one. So I'm the Zerg. Lately, I've been playing back with Zerg because what I like to do, I mean, I like now using all three races. There's always some interesting things you can do with each race in 3v3, but now I went back to using my staple Zerg. It's just so many things that I do so much naturally, more easily with the Zerg. So the strong player in the on our team supposedly is Unit 1. He's a master player. And thus Thor is the Platinum. And we're up against Protoss, Terran, and another Protoss. So I'm going to play with the time settings to make the action move along to a more interesting spot. But focus in on maybe action when there's some. So one of my allies is going for some cannon rush, a half-hearted cannon rush, not a good one, I would say. What it does, it creates some distraction with these SCVs having to take it out. Okay, I remember this game. This game is actually, I think, a fairly easy one. So this will be seeing. I'm doing my standard opening, which as you can see on the bottom, I'm red. Fast expand into either aggression or economy. Those are basically the two choices. I'm having a discussion with Unit 1 to what to do. He's saying, what should I go for? I'd say go to Void Ray into carry. He said okay, but then it will be slower. I'll say yep. He asked me not to let us not die to a timing, since going to Void Rays is slow, so makes you vulnerable in the beginning. So this guy is being attacked by a Reaper. Oh, he got lucky to get that surround, because usually a Reaper can kite all day and kill pretty much every probe. I see this happening, and the first thing I say is, okay, Teal needs help, Blue says, but I was also seeing that. I also see that he's got a tank. This guy says, just get the expos. I'm already in on it. When somebody does a half successful cannon rush, I will go and jump in and help him with some fast lings. So what I did is I sent my lings across, and now you can see there's a big stream of lings going across. I got across, I killed some workers, and then once I killed a couple of workers, I know I can't kill this. There's no point in attacking it, because they'll just lift, so I'll just waste my time. I go up the stairs, and the first thing I want to do is I want to break down the wall. And by the way, Falcon I see him often, he's a regular player. The other team is all diamonds. I don't recognize the bottom two, but I recognize Falcon. I meet him a lot. So in this thing, the first thing I want to do, he made a really big mistake. He left his door open, the door open to the base, because this is a supply depot for Terran. It can be raised and lowered, and when it's lowered, it's like a door. The door is open. When it's raised, it's closed, so nothing can get through. Big mistake, he left it open. First thing I do is I concentrate my Zerglings to break down the door. I also want to kill this mine here too. Don't think I want to take a big shot from them, so I think I do end up killing that mine. Let's see what happens. I see it. I focus on it. He's trying to burrow, but it won't be fast enough. Then I go back to the door. Once the door is open, then it's like I know I can stream my lings in. The goal is murder all these SCVs. I saw that there's a crew here attacking me, so I focused my army there, or part of it. Army is down. Now I go back to kill all the SCVs. The goal is destroy all these SCVs, do the most economic damage possible. I do it. This guy calls GG, the orange on the bottom. Now the goal in 3v3 is, and now people are left and it's gone. It's not that game I actually want to show you, but it was an exciting game nonetheless. You can see that the purple here was super, super, super greedy, going with 3 command centers. Not even commands, 3 orbital centers. So command centers transformed into orbitals. Super greedy opening by him. He probably would have been okay if he didn't let his door go get taken down so fast. So that's a quick game for you. It happens. So that wasn't the one I wanted to show you guys, but let's call that a free one. The one that I wanted to show you guys was the one with this one here with Bad Mudder Fukerr. So let's get into it. One of those guys has a funny name. It's called the SCV Lives Matter. Super funny name. So let's get into it. I am at the top teal Zerg, surrounded by red and blue 2 Terrans. And we're playing against a Zerg here with 2 Protoss. So it's an interesting matchup. So matchups are really, really, really important in 3v3. According to, depending on what you're seeing, what you're playing against, you're going to vary your strategy and your unit composition. Because you're not always going to get help from allies, so you got to have something balanced. Unless you're like a super organized team, all on Discord and talking to each other. And most of the time when you play, it's going to be like something like this, where you're just talking by text chat and you're not talking to each other. At least that's how most of my like 40,000 plus games online have been. So you can see I have started my early aggression, which is my typical opening. I want to do damage, as much damage as I can do. I angle towards the left because I want to focus on the Zerg. So focusing on the Zerg, I want to take out the queens right away. After that, take out all the drones. After that, take out the hatchery. So I'm doing super losses here. I'm going to take big losses here to focus on the hatchery, which is not ideal, but at least I have a bit of support coming. I'm doing this aggression all by myself. My allies are not helping me at all. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to use my burrow tricks. So burrow blocking. See burrow block here, burrow block here. I'm going to do some more aggression here. Take out another hatchery. That's a cancel. And then I do a burrow block. So super aggressive, good start by me, and my allies have done absolutely nothing to this point. Doing nothing is fine, as long as you make up for it. You use the economy and army and whatever you did to do damage or impact later, okay? So now I'm putting some more pressure up on the right side. I'll get a reaction. I have to run away. There's too much enemy stuff. When I see my allies not doing enough, I will tell them, like, guys, are you doing something? You're fine. What are you guys doing? Okay, hello. So see, here I go on cue. You guys puckabing or not? I started with Reapers. I'm behind Nico. Okay, so I didn't see Red's Reapers, but he says he did Reapers. Check later. Doesn't matter that much. They expand like crazy. You guys done nothing. I did. Can you read? So, anyways, I'm putting some pressure on them to do something, but I mean, it's a story. You guys will see what will happen. So, I mean, orange is doing his thing against us. Blue is accumulating to the center, but blue, like, I've seen this game. He's going out, he's stimming, and he has no medic, so it really hurts his army to stim on a 3v3 with no medic. Like, I wouldn't use that as a turn at all. So red has it too, but at least he has a stim. When you stim, every unit in that stim group loses 10 H points. So it's very expensive hit points wise. So you need medivacs. Now this is a big confrontation. Like, I don't get involved. I'll get involved if I have the mind to, if I have an army that can help. Right now I'm setting up a little bit of good defense. Really important in 3v3 to have good defense, because if your allies are not good, for sure you will get attacked. For sure. you will get attacked and you will take big damage. So it's important to get good, especially as Zerg, because Zerg doesn't have the best defense to begin with. You need to make the spines, and if you want to hold out against a big army, you need to have a good defense strategy. And these lurkers, I set up lurkers here, and I want to have them attack, but they're really not grouped up well enough, and I'm just going to end up losing them. I want to do as much damage before I lose them, so which I was able to get some, but now I've lost four lurkers, and that's really not a good thing. What I go for is I go for hive strategy, upgraded lurker range. This is what I go for in my games in 3v3. Of course, I'm doing a public video, so people will see this. I vary up my strategy sometimes, but this is my favorite strategy. Sometimes I will do ultra, sometimes I will do mutalist, sometimes I'll just do basic units, but it depends. So now blue is getting his ass whooped, so I go to the left side to help him. Like, yellow is really big and strong, and blue has an army with no medevacs and bio, and is not strong at all. So yellow is a threat to completely wipe out blue. So now red is being quite threatened on this side. So I go red. I'll go on with my lurkers. Lurkers is the power. So see, as I said before, yellow is strong, blue is not. Blue gets absolutely massacred using this command center, and yellow is a big threat here. Let me just slow this down. What do I do here? So blue is coming back to help his position. Where am I? Okay, I decide to go forward and do an attack. I don't feel like running back. I kind of have an instinct that my allies will defend, because we have to do damage. We have to get up here. We have to do damage. We have to do something. We have done no damage. No one on my team except me. The little attacks that they did absolutely nothing. So time to get up in their face and do some damage with my upgraded lurkers, which are one of the strong tools of the Zerg arsenal. So I'm going up there, and with this, I'll be able to do good damage unless I get flanked. Now there's a reason why I'm showing you this game, guys, because it was interesting, and you guys, you'll see. I mean, it's close right now, right? So that just wanted to mention that. So he can come and attack me, but he probably knows he'll get burned if he attacks me. My goal here is I want to break down the stuff in front and kill that nexus. Now I focus down the nexus. While I'm doing this, the others are not that strong. Well, yellow is dancing around. He's not coming to help his allies. Moving to the far side of the map to help your allies is sometimes not a good thing, because then you lose maybe buildings you have in the middle on the left side. For the yellow, he's in the center. My allies decide to come help me all in on my attack, but I'm not sure that's necessary. I should have gone up here to wipe out this and all the probes, but actually I didn't do that. I decided to go straight in and attack this natural expansion. So with lurkers there, see now we're three all on one side. No one is there to balance and defend. So this is what's made this game a bit crazy, is that blue is really completely overextending to the right side. Me and red have this easily. I made some mistakes in this game. You'll see, normally I like to have Nidus ready to do a quick return back to base if I need to, but I did not set that up, so I'm just kind of going in all in. The Banes are getting massacred by my lurkers. You'll notice my lurkers have the cool robotic skin. That's the coolest looking skin for the lurkers. So I mean, we're pounding down here, but yellow is strong and uncontested here, so he's going to pound on this side. And this is what makes this game exciting, is that it's almost going towards the base trade. So I'm wiping out the naturals of both the right side. I'm getting a bit of support, but so yeah, though I mean, at least blue took out one of the extra naturals on this map, so at least he did that. But the blue is going to suffer because look, there's nothing at home. There's no way for him to get home quickly. His entire economy and production is a threat. Me on my side, I'm going to continue to push forward. I have a hell of a lot of work now. Excuse the language. Red ran back home with what army he had, so I don't know what he's doing. But I am now completely devastating the orange. Basically, pushed in like this in a base trade type mindset, you want to destroy as much as you can, which is what I'm doing. Yellow is uncontested. Obviously, I have nothing at home. I can't run back home easily. I didn't use my Nidus. I'm taking out orange as best as I can. I'm being attacked by a big flock of Mutalisks, which is not a good thing because I don't have a lot of Hydras that counter Mutalisks. So my Hydras will get all taken out, and this is a dangerous situation because now I have absolutely nothing to defend against. I'm completely vulnerable. I decided a strategy to try to run back home, retreat. There's going to be some orange, some adversary here. I want to take out as much stuff before I die. I go back up. One interesting thing that happens here is I have a bit of reinforcements coming forward. I have 3 Hydras that shoot up. So I send them back more towards me. The Mutalisks see the 3 Hydras, but they're for some reason they get afraid and decide to run away. I think they were afraid of more things coming behind. They were afraid of more Hydras coming in behind, but there were none. So it was a really strange move that he did to fly away, because he could have killed all of this army. Now Orange has tapped and given up because I'm killing his workers here. On this side, his workers died here. Probably it's Red that did that. And see, so Orange is out, but I mean, the way you look at it, it's like Blue is not out, and now Purple is out. Okay, Purple just left, so now it's just the Yellow player who's been pretty much dominating for the entire game against the 3 players that are remaining. I did the vast. I am the one who eliminated Orange. Did the most damage, I would say, and you know, that's what you want to do so far. Yeah, I would say I'm the MVP. This guy says, thanks guys, I didn't do well. Well, yeah, you did play well. Now I'm moving back in with the troops that I had with my lurkers. Sometimes I don't see every single message. I'm not sure if I know that Zerg is gone, but anyways, it's a good thing to clear this out regardless. And yeah, so I lost because of Yellow. I lost my entire base, all my tech. So I have nothing at home to rebuild my army, to make army, and my economy is quite down as well. So now with what I have, I want to do as much damage before I go. The only weakness in this army is it has nothing that shoots up, but fortunately Yellow has nothing that shoots up. Here I do my attack in on Yellow, but there's a lot of units coming in, Dark Templars. I ran in a little bit too close, but at least there's no detection. Detection is just coming in there for him. So my formation is not good. He's got a lot to destroy, including a lot of melee. It's not a very good situation for me, but I'll take stuff out before I go, which is a good thing. But I won't end up winning, and I won't be able to salvage that Overseer. So at least I got him to pull back, which is a good thing. And I can focus now on rebuilding my home base. Yellow finally has activated on this side of the map, not Yellow, but Red. But you'll see, well, Yellow is strong, so Yellow, especially if he manages this fight right, Yellow can do okay with it. It's going to be a close fight. The thing that makes Yellow's army strong here is this high Templar. With their storm, silent storm. 3 storms go down, pushes back the army away from the tanks, and there's lots of storms. So Red is just too afraid of the storms, and he's right too, so he'll lose 3 tanks, but he won't lose all his bio, and he won't lose all his Vikings. I say DT, something to be careful about. So now Yellow is double multicasting, pretty good of him. Now he's grabbed the Mutalisks and he's doing damage with those. You can see that both of the Terran allies, they're panicking, or they're being pressed to put up as much turrets as they can quickly. Turrets being the anti-air structure for them. See, the Purple could frankly stay here, destroy all the turrets, and destroy this thing here, but finally, the command center, but finally Red's main army comes and comes in with some support, which is what he needs to do. Yellow controlling Purple will take some hits before he leaves, but he doesn't lose the whole flock, but he did some reasonable damage. Me, on my side, I've had the time to make now my spawning pool, my first basic structure. I have the time, from the spawning pool I was able to make my my lair, and now I'm making a bit of extra defense because I know, my army's not good. I'm going to be threatened soon. I know that I need to make some defense, and this is the way you make spines. Now, unfortunately here, I don't have Spore or Detection. I'm still in catch-up mode, but at least my ally here has some, but I'm still being threatened on this side. But at least I had my lair, so I can get a detector at 8060. It's right here. Once I have my detector, I'll be safe from the DTs because I have enough spines to defend against the DTs. Some of the DTs went north, so I'm fine from them. Now they came back south. So now the detector is arriving. There's a lot of DTs here, seven of them. I want to take out my hatchery. I have a lot of spines and some more support from red. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that they can blink out like that. So anyway, I am safe, but blue is not. You have to be careful with the orbital command center. Losing a lot of workers, not good. So yeah, I mean, anyways, rough is blue has not been having a great game. Not been having a great day. So on my side, so now yellow will come and do his pressure. Now the good thing is red is there, and red is the one of army. He was the one least touched by yellow. Yellow's big attack. So now red can come in, popping in and out, avoiding the storms. And now he has got some support from my spines. Because this is a lot of Zealots. But red gets support from the spines, and well, we can hold that off together. But looking at just red or just my spines, it would not have been enough. So it was a good way, a good teamwork here on the defense. See, the spines have pretty good range. Actually, it looks like it's only 7, but it looks like it's more than that sometimes. So we're able to hold this off here. I mean, for me, I did my job. Like, this is the best that I could do. You get some spines up. Basically, my whole idea is to get my economy rolling and get back up to where I can make some workers. So I've got, but now a second base and a third base coming up soon. My tech is slowly getting there. Now I've got my lurker den, so now I can make more lurkers. Probably here, only bad thing here is I should have made maybe a spore crawler, just to have some detection. This place is a little bit vulnerable. But things are coming back along in terms of my reestablishment or recovery. Again, we're 3 players against 1, but blue tactically doesn't do things well. Doesn't impact the game too much properly. Red is. I mean, he's got units. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm not sure if he's doing a great job either. Now he's getting owned by these mutalisks, and he should actually stim to get out of there. So he's just running at normal speed. And what is yellow doing? So yellow is rebuilding a bit. I guess he suffered some losses. He doesn't use F2. You can see he does use splits to defend areas instead of going with F2, which will concentrate all his army. F2 is good to have splits, but F2, I mean, if you need to really win a critical battle, it's good to F2. You bring all your forces from the map to one area. So red's not doing good here. Now, like my hydras are coming out that I'll transform to lurkers. I've finally separated properly to get the proper gas. Yellow is coming into here to red, and looks like yellow's gonna win. Yellow's quite strong. He did F2 on this one because now everything is going together. Stones are coming down. Different types of what's it called? Draining the it's called feedback, draining the mana. Okay, so what's going on here? This guy just barely survived. Very lucky Archon. He had very little shield left, shield in health. Well, now I'm being attacked by yellow, but here I've had the time to rebuild my army a bit. I'm coming back to defend with long range. That'll be a good job. They're trying to focus down, but I mean he might lose a lot, if not all of his army, if he stays there. So he runs wisely. But really here I'm in chase mode. I wanna do as much damage while he's leaving as possible. So I do stutter step hitting with hydras. So I stutter step, stutter, move, hit, move, hit, move, hit. Should get this Archon later, but anyways, he managed to survive. Lucky him. So I should bring these lurkers and do an offensive now. Very crazy and close game. Especially considering, with the base trade and the loss of most of my buildings and the Red Blues buildings. Now I've got like a lot of lurkers. What I do is I leave one at home so this can have a strong home defense, and I try to leave a spore in there for DT detection. Um, Now I'm getting ready to set up my attack, and I actually do a bad control. I borrowed my hydras instead of my lurkers, so I've got to get those guys back up and then do it properly. I did a raise lurker with F2, so I raised the lurker that was here. That was a mistake, but maybe it won't be too bad in the end. Now this is our big fight, and I've got a lot. He's got a lot, but I've got a lot. But this guy, this lurker is providing good help from far away. My lurkers and my hydras wins. Upgrades wise, I'm only at 1 with 2 attack, but I wiped out the army. I won that fight. It had most of what yellow had, and that was it. That was GG. Very close, good game, back and forth. Big drama. When you consider the way 3v3 matchmaking works on BattleNet is they they do an average of the MMR of the strength on one team, and they match you up with an average of an MMR of about equal strength on the team to balance it out, balance skill level according to MMR ratings, so to make matches close. I do find in a lot of games I have to make up for the weakness of my allies. Sometimes I end up playing with players who have a better MMR than me, but a lot of times, most of the time, it's the opposite. Most of the time it's weaker. Actually, but sometimes I get people who have similar MMR, so it's like all diamond. And those are probably the most even matchups, the ones I prefer the most. But yeah, so here was a nice victory. I wanted to show that to you guys. Quite balanced game. I'll show you guys. Yellow was rebuilding on the left side, but I killed his main army, and a large group of lurkers like this with upgrades is always hard to beat if you're Protoss, and if you don't have this really the right specific composition. So let's go into the third game. Well, the first game is short. I wasn't planning to show that one. Actually, I have three, maybe four in mind, but here's the second one that I really had in mind. Okay, so let's get into it. It was another similar setup. See, this setup is like I said before. Usually, quite often, I find I get two weak allies and I'm with another team with variable MMR. So let's get into it. Where am I? I'm on the top. And Madonna with Muffy, and there's me, Yellow Zerg. This is a game I have to tell you guys, there's a little bit of trash talk going on. I'm playing with lower level players, and it's funny, sometimes you get in a game with these lower level players, and they start trash talking you and insulting you. Like, they don't know who you are, they don't not aware of your level. So, I mean, it sucks a little bit, because you get this guy, it's kind of like you're playing with like a 6-year-old, and then the 6-year-old is insulting you, it's like, ooh, just like it's kind of like a similar type of thing, This guy knows less, and then he's just insulting you and calling you names. And I mean, this guy is even going to be even funnier. This guy is Muffy. He's the guy who's going to be insulting. And he starts to insult your age and telling you that, oh, yeah, you're like a kid, like BS, like SCFU. Like he doesn't know who he's playing with. He's just being like a bit of a internet troll, internet gamer troll, and those are some of the most unpleasant people to play with or that are alive. So anyway, whatever. I'm just giving you guys a forewarning, but it is what it is. It does happen. It's like not every game. These internet trolls, they're 1 out of 50 games maybe. Like ones that are really really bad, but it happens, and you just have to live with it. There's no easy ways for like the server managers to control that, and also they don't want to immediately ban players who are helping keeping the game alive by playing. So, anyways, just give you guys a forewarning on that one. So we're playing. So one guy has done a fast expand. I'm still on faster. I didn't speed up the game. Fast expand on red. Reason why I'm showing this game also is because there's a lot of action and stuff to see. Oh yeah, so I'm already talking with my allies. I'm telling him not to do a quick zerging rush, because against diamond players, they will never expand on the bottom like this. And this guy, he's starting to trash talk me a bit, because he's telling me how to play, how to think. He's lucky that the enemies are poor players, because no diamond player would leave open an expansion like that. They would expand on top and then fly down. So already, it's uncomfortable with the ally because he's disagreeable, like he's unpleasant. He's saying, oh, like he's talking a lot, and he's going to talk more. So, anyways, let's just keep following what's going on. We have purple who finally got his expand. Orange did not get his expand. He's going straight to a lair, which is fine, but he should get his expand soon. The expand is much more important. Um, so now he's still running around doing a little bit of pressuring with the Zerglings, but there's nothing to pressure. Well, the Terrans haven't expanded, but probably started to build its expand on top, see? And this guy has started to do the same. Now, the one thing that's bad on the other team's side is that Teal has not expanded, and he spent too much. I mean, defense is good, but he's not expanded, so, I mean, it's not good for him. So I noticed that they were sending their overlords out to the middle of the map. If you have 2, 3, okay, but you should not have like 7, 8 overlords on the map. This is not 1v1. That's gonna hurt us later. Anyways, I tell them to bring it back. So okay, game is rolling along. My strategy is pretty much the same. Try to get to my lurker tech. Okay, he's doing a bit of blocking, but he should do a burrow block. Leaving the Zerglings there doesn't do anything. The Zerglings will just get killed by the troops when the troops come down. They're a little bit self-conscious of being Bane busted, which is good for us. Probably helped us a lot. But it's funny. There's Zerglings here, and they're not attacking the Zerglings. So what happens here is he just ends up losing units for nothing. Like I said, I'm going to my third. This is standard stuff. Okay, we'll push towards lurker and high tech lurker and get the 3 base fast. Because okay, so now he managed to get in some Zerglings. It's good because he might have killed some SCVs. Really disrupts the flow of the enemies. Takes away some of their APM. So yeah, good for our team. Good move from him. Shows the allies are not very good, but oftentimes spending APM on that can set you up to outright lose really fast in the middle game because he is extremely weak and he is entirely dependent on us to defend him. If they went at us with everything they had, we would lose. If they went at us with some bio, a bit of medevacs, and support by tanks, we would lose for sure. First tank is out there, but fortunately, yeah, the opponent is not that good, not that strong. But my allies are not strong either. Also, if they're dependent on me, so I set up some defense because I'm afraid of being Marine MMM attacked. So I'm covering my bases here by building some security banes. But I don't want to end up being in a situation where I have to beat tanks, medevacs, and carriers all by myself. Sometimes I have to do that because my allies are so bad, they end up doing nothing. They're sitting at home, they lose their army, they mismanage their army. So I'm always scared in this type of situation. So anyways, I made some security banes. I'm going to push some creep out from the front. I am going to set up my lurker and some defense. I know I like to go up to brood lords if I know my allies have this obsession with tanks, which a lot of the people online they do in 3v3. Okay, so I'm building my Evo chambers. Usually I'll make 2. Unless I'm going for Ultralisk, I'll make 3. My Lurker Den is on the way. See now, Orange now is just getting a second base. It's really late second base, especially for a Zerg. So I'm not a huge fan of at all of his playing strategy. But then again, I am playing with golds and platinums. So it's not the highest level at this in this particular matchup. Slow moving at this point. Let me just get it to the Z view. Here we go. Something is going on. Oh, Void Rays are being set up to attack from the top right, which will be an attack on me. I'm yellow. And let's move this a bit further faster. So you can see, follow my cursor, the Void Rays are coming into attack on me on the top right. Fortunately, I was ready. I set up some defense. I think he saw that and decided to run away. Not exactly sure what's going on. It's a misclick. Oh, he just doesn't want to block his own stuff. The greatest play from him. So here we go. Oh, okay. I remember what happened in this game now. This game was a special game because I'm stressed out playing with two weak Zerg players. And before I move in, I want to go in with upgraded lurkers with some support from broodlords. And that takes time. It takes time to get to that point. So being that I'm not being super aggressive as I'm building up, to my allies, it might seem like I'm not doing anything. So my ally kind of start to get frustrated because of that. But I don't want to go in, do a big attack into Terran with lurkers without broodlords because I will just take way too much losses against attacks from to my lurkers and army. So that's what's taking me a long time here to become active. So you can see I have set up my corruptors that I have, and they're set up with the larger corruptor skin, which I love. And I'm not setting up. I'm not attacking yet because I still need the spire to finish being transformed to the greater spire. This one here. So I can't really get the perfect composition that I'm looking for. But to my allies might think, oh, might look like I'm not doing anything, but I'm doing something. I'm setting something up, but it just takes time. I didn't make my spark. Even now, I didn't make my spire yet. Now the upgrade is coming for the upgrade tech lurkers, and my spire should pop it up into greater spire soon. Is there? I don't know. I mean, while I'm doing this, I'm sure I'm setting up my economy. Doing my upgrades, and here comes the greater spire. So you see, it's gonna come, but it's gonna take a while because after when this gets done, then I can morph in my broodlords. But it's still a long ways away. So let's speed it up a little bit, see what's going on. Let's keep our focus here on the bottom of the map. Orange, like for 10 or 11 minutes of the game, Orange is very weak. Yeah, he did some Midases, but he never did a good distraction area, but he's really compromised for this point in the game. And also he's the little guy that has... so now he goes in to do a surround attack on him, but I really don't like doing this big attack, because they have tanks. Tanks are just really bad. See, you can see they're here, and they're just going to do massive damage. I did plunk down my workers, but I didn't want to stay there. I don't want to take the hits. If I pull back to avoid the tanks, that's what I want to do. And if he comes into me, then he's going to be the guy who's going to be worse on the exchange. That's what I did. But let me just pause it. So the purple here lost a lot of units doing his attack. It's just not wise. He has no splash damage. It's just... you were not going to win against bio with healers, with supported by tanks and two groups of bio. Not a good tactical move. You know, I only went up to support my ally, but I would never have gone if that weren't the case. And then being that I pulled back, people probably say something like, "Oh, you don't support me. You don't support your ally. You're doing nothing." But I mean, you're gold. You don't really know the tactics and the fundamentals as well. You don't know why I pulled back. Like, I pulled back because I didn't want to lose my entire army. You know what I mean? But when you're playing with some allies, and you kind of having to manage your allies sometimes. Sometimes you're kind of like in a situation where you're managing them so that they don't leave the game. Because a lot of times your allies will leave the game, and it makes the game harder to win because you're losing APM. Sometimes you can set it up that you don't need them, but most of the time, it's always better for your ally state. It's always better if your ally state to get the APM, and you if you need more money, then you go get more money. You know, it's better to have your ally in. So here, I'm in a tough situation because if they do a proper teamwork with tanks and the bio that they have, they can go all the way through and kill everything. So let's go. Let's get back to it. What's gonna happen? They know I have lurkers there, and they don't want to come directly at me. Of course, if they do a proper like stepping, they can do it easily with the tanks and win that fight. Okay, here at least I'm going to kill a lot of. Anyway, I pulled a nice angle here. So you can see purple Madonna left the game. So let's get one. So now me and Orange are in the best spot, and this guy, the Orange is insulting me. Of course, he's the noob, but he's calling me the noob. This, like I said, this is something that happens. So, who's that here? That's Muffy coming in against Marauders with Bangs. That's not going to do much. So here, I finally have my Broodlords coming into action, but it's going to take a bit of time. I'm going to pull stuff away so I don't get too much damage. So I'll lose that hatchery, but you know, it's 275, it's not the end of the world. The main thing is that I don't lose my entire army. I'm going to, while this is going on, okay, Orange is still doing his little games with his Midas. I'm chasing down with my lurkers, and if he comes in and fights me with my lurkers, he'll lose that fight. Also I have a bit of brood support. But it's hard to go up a ramp with lurkers and hydras, because lurkers are very big and hydras take space. So here I push red away. Orange at least sends a little bit of help, and it's basically a 2 versus 3 now. Me and the rude, insulting Orange Nuzorg ally against these 3 here, and this can be sometimes an automatic death. Sometimes it's just hard to win 2v3, sometimes not impossible, but hard. At least now I finally have the tech that I wanted to build up towards. I did not send my units to go back to work. I did not rebuild my hatchery. My thinking here is just get over to the other side of the map now as fast as I can and bring my lurkers too. But I didn't bring my lurkers, so where are my lurkers? So now here they are. They're a bit late to the party. This guy, he's still doing games with, I guess he used a clone. Yeah, he used a clone that's here. To be able to get the vision to get inside. But a lot of these times, these games was you put hydras in the base of the enemy, they're not game ending, and sometimes you end up losing a lot more in terms of resources than the enemy. So I mean, it's useless. It's a waste of time, waste of APM, waste of anticipation, a waste of mind space. You did a little think something, it didn't work. Now I'm going to build up my second row of, second batch of lurkers to support my attack that I'm setting up. Did I build my other hatchery? I did not. Did I send the guys to work? I did not. I'm just focusing proud on my attack. Being attacked here by, what is it, four void rays, attacking purple who is not there. I'm wondering a bit how I'm gonna defend from this, because my attention is all here. Now I've started my attack. My goal here is, and I'll focus on slow, is to get my lurkers in the range of them, and also this planetary. Now he's taking up the fight. Everything is set up for me, so I'm going to do good on this fight, and I'm outside of the range of the tanks. So yeah, it's just a good, well set up thing. Attack against 2 Terrans, and it looks like, I don't know what that shield Protoss did. Don't know. I don't know how he got defeated. I don't know how he got pushed back. Let's take a look. Things like that. Oh, he was afraid of that. Okay, there's my guy. Muffy's okay, Muffy. So here's I'm going back to my main attack. me against 2 Terrans. Now what helps is my composition. Yeah, I have my upgraded lurkers with their 2-2, which is quite strong. Almost maxed out. Supported by broodlords. So now here my goal is I want to kill these tanks. So I move forward. Even if I'm not shooting at the tanks with my broods, sending the broodlings on them will draw tank fire and hurt his own army. But my goal is to get out these tanks. Once these tanks are gone, then it can be clear sailing towards killing them. You can see he focused down my lurkers, but there's still 2 lurkers left, and the lurkers do big damage. Orange is finally coming there, but I mean, most of the main fight has been done here without orange at all. So now it's looking really crisp and nice, getting to the end. I want to focus down the planetaries and tanks. I think the writing is almost on the wall on this one. There's more tanks on the inside, more biome here. The push is being done quite well. I didn't bring my lurkers, but I think I'm bringing them a bit later. Keeping the pressure and the momentum on, sometimes that's the main thing. I'm not going to push on to blue. My idea is I'm just going to break through teal here. If you can destroy all of teal's production, then it's really hard. It puts them out of the game. Also, this is a more natural place to go to for me. Rather than going right and down, just go straight down. There's still a straight line. Things that are F2ing coming across the map here. It just has a more natural, nice line down. Here, okay, so pretty much breaking through. Terrans here can do a last stand. If you can protect his tanks, they can do good damage. I'm trying to use my broodlords to maximum effect. But the broodlords are being targeted by the Vikings, which is very painful. I'm pulling my stuff back. The lurkers are not there yet, and I don't know if I'm going to bring them in. Pressure is still there. Still a close fight. There's a lot of Zerg meat, but I mean, I guess, yeah, Orange's units are useful here. I'm making more lurkers. I never brought these up. It's kind of a mistake. My broods are in effect killing well the tanks. There's a lot of meat here, so we're able to go through despite these 2 tanks being here. And the lurkers are coming into action on my side and orange side too. There's a GG from red. You can see here that like they're just doing their last stand. So we have the offense, map control. I think blue's going to do GG now too. And that's going to be game. And despite this, my allies trash talking me, calling me noob. He also said he also said some other stuff. I've been playing this game before you were born. Yeah, that's it. That's what I said before. How would he know how old I am? So saying that anyway, it doesn't make any sense. And I've been playing since Warcraft, the original Warcraft, so it's highly doubtful that could be true. So overall, it just ends up being distasteful and insulting. But that's the kind of people, like I said, 1 out of 50 games, you'll find someone like this, and sometimes more. So we just have to kill here the last 2 tanks, and that would be it. And Blue will help with that. 2 more pop out, but they're not sieged. And they don't do big damage to lurkers, to hydras. And that ends up being the game. And that means the beginning. You can see one difference between my Zerg units and the others is that I tried to choose the skins that I find the most cool looking. So I really like the skins for the hydras. So it just makes the units look really much cooler. And I like the robo or simulant skin for the lurker, which makes the lurker look just super cool compared to this is a standard and this is a simulant. Let me just show you what purple sees. Okay, but you can see there. When you look at the enemy and you see what the simulant lurkers, their spines are like gray or white. And it just looks really cool. Let me just go back. Let's just go back to this one. So this is what they see. It's in red. So when they see the lurkers, it just has these super long gray or white spines coming out of the ground. It looks super cool because if it's not like that, then they're brown. So it's just so much cooler when they're white. It's like, what on earth is going on? So just want to show it to you guys. So yeah, let's get out of this and see what was the score from that. It's the game with Muffy. I don't know. Oh, is this it? No, it's the one just before. This one. Muffy, yeah. So I am like by far the highest score in the game. And he's calling me noob and insulting me the whole game. So it is what it is. And then we go into the details of the statistics of the game. You can see like I have more than twice both of my kills of my allies combined. Structures is kind of similar, but I mean he was able to get structure damage around my aggression anyway, so only because of me he was able to get that. Um, so yeah, good game, close game. It's a victory based on a 2v3 end game setup. And if we go just to the game before, the other White Chamber game, I think it was a similar type of score. Okay, in this one, I'm not the top scorer in the game. I'm not the top scorer on my team, but something to notice is that the bad Moda, he was able to just grow and have economy behind and make units behind my aggression. So like yeah, so maybe yeah he got the higher score, but sometimes people are just hiding behind the aggression to get economy and build units, but I am the one doing the aggression, doing the big pain, doing the big damage, impacting the game really the most and in a most significant way. Because when you look at the units scores, you can see I have way more kills than my allies. I did almost all of the destruction of the main buildings and buildings of the enemy. So I mean, the score score often does not tell the whole story. And this, see, I went really down on units and I went back up here. But like sometimes, what the way to know who is the best player in the game is you have to look at the game. Sometimes you can see it from the units killed stats. So what else can I tell you guys? Oh yeah, one thing that I thought about that BattleNet should have implemented, maybe like not BattleNet, but Starcraft 2, maybe like 14 or 15 years ago, is have some sort of AI or algorithm inside that calculates the true MVP outside of the score summary. MVP of a game. So that's fun. It gives you something to shoot for and something an interesting stat at the end of the game, similar to some sort of badges and awards applied in other games like Insurgency Sandstorm. Um, yeah, so like for me on my team, I would have been obviously the clear MVP. For this team, it would have been El Chapo, and then you have kind of like an MVP of the whole game, probably which should be someone who is from the winning team. Probably something like that, but something kind of sophisticated. So that's the third game that I wanted to show you guys. And do I have a fourth game that was close or similar in that way? There was one really, really good close game, but I'll probably save that one for another one because I have to find out where it is. Again, the videos that I make for you, I don't do heavy editing. It's just me talking to you exactly how I am and how I'm thinking. So that is completes this roundup display of replays. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please support my channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing links to it and talking about my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.